So it's finally raining, thank God. We've had loads of sun, weeks and weeks of it, and it's going really hard carrying the water butts back and forth. So here we can see the peas. These are the Me Plus Ultra ones, in between the daisies. And the pea pods are forming on these. I did pick one yesterday to see if it was done. The peas were just a little bit too small, but they tasted so good. And this is the Blau Shock peas. And they are purple podded, but I believe the peas in them are green still. So there's all the strawberries and stuff. My sage seems to have died, but the grapevines seem to be liking this weather. So there you can see the gooseberries, all the broad beans. Again, I did pick one yesterday. The beans aren't quite fully formed yet. So here's the apples again. I think those are going to fall as well. And we've got the greenhouse all up, because we were expecting a storm yesterday. I'll show you what I've done around the greenhouse. We did have some wood chips delivered the other day, so we made a little path behind there, just so that we can get around and clean it. The strawberries coming along nicely, the mooly radish that I planted, and then I've got some normal radish. We've got a courgette there, planted some spring onions at the back, and my celery, which I've dug a little ditch for it, filled it with compost and a bit of manure, and hopefully they'll get a good start. There's nothing in here yet. We're hoping to get some more wood to finish off the corner, because the wood chips go right round the back there, so we can get all around the greenhouse. As you can see, my little spirals, the cucumber and the tomatoes. I'll show you the new plot, well, my new half plot. Everything seems to be romping away now. Bit of rain, they're all going for it. Let's go and have a look. I think I've got a hole in one of my boots because my one foot is getting a bit wet. Oh, great. I'll have to find some more old boots to wear down the allotment when it's raining, or put my wellies on. They're in the back of the car. Why haven't I got my wellies on? Idiot. Now the other thing that seems to like this rain is the mare's tail. I dug this part out, but Dad also did a bit, so I'm thinking he didn't pull out as much as he thought, and neither did I. I did mostly against the fence. There's none there. Dad. So the runner beans are liking it. They seem to be carrying away now. Hopefully they'll all be fine. As you can see, the one I tried to show you the other day, the top snapped off it, but this is growing some more shoots. So hopefully they'll go on and climb up and everything will be fine. So I've got my sunflower there, more runner beans got some more to go in these bits here. And then I think I've got a few French beans just by there. My sweet corn is doing fine. We lost one, which was here, but it was a tiny little plant, so it had two choices, and I took the can't do it one. So I will be going around and picking out this mare's tail, especially over there where I can actually dig. It really seems to like it by here. But these are my tomato spirals, and you just push them and they go around. I've got my pumpkin planted in a load of manure, and it's got a stick, so I know where it is, I know where to water. But that seems to be doing really well. The raspberries, tayberry, loganberry, and let's see how the brassicas are doing. Looks like I've got some comfrey there. That'll be good. Composting. And yeah, kale seems to be doing fine under its netting. I think there's going to be a downpour now, so I'm going to have to run for the shed. But the cauliflower at the back there has come on loads. These ones are just catching up. They were a lot smaller, they were planted later. This kale's doing brilliantly. I'm going to have plenty of kale. So I'm really liking these tomato spirals. I've got quite a few more because I ordered 50 for £35, I think it was. I had to wait a little while for them to be delivered, but they look really good. Just wish I had a few taller ones for the ones in the greenhouse. So I expect the outside ones will be smaller, but those inside ones are going to be tall. So what I might do is grow them up the spirals, see how they hold. If the top starts to flop over, I will string them up. I do have some nuts with hooks on to put in the greenhouse, and that's about it really. I won't show you an update because you've seen most of the stuff, so it does tend to get a bit boring just showing you the same thing which has grown a couple of inches. I'm just really happy with my shed. Really like this colour. I like the contrasting trellises that I've put up, so they look really nice. And I like the door and the tops. Some people may laugh at my shed, but I don't care what they think because I like it. So there's the arch. I've actually got some of those Jackby little pumpkins coming up, and I'm hoping that they'll go up the trellis. I've got two, so one this side, one that side, and they can grow up and over the trellis. And there's the alliums, and this one, giant one, looks like it's just about to flower, so hopefully sometime this week. But really love these, they're so pretty. I could have hundreds in here, they're just so nice. So I'm hoping everything else that I've planted, all the other bulbs will come up. Otherwise I'll be putting some other flowers in here. But we'll see what happens. I have got some begonias coming up, and the night scented stock has been put out. So that's here. That's the stuff I grow in a pot. And I scattered some more seeds around here which you can see growing. So when they look like that, I'll know they're not a weed. And I can pull them out. I do also have some begonias. So I've got one there, one there. I think that might be one there, I'm not sure. But I did plant 3, I'm sure. So we'll wait and see what happens with those. But they're red begonias. Not much else is happening. Sweet peas. I've been cutting these so they'll come again. I'll cut some more of those. They smell absolutely amazing every time I walk past. So these are the ones I grow in the polytunnel. And I did cut the tops off, so I'm hoping they'll bush out. I'm not sure that these ones that I was given were done. But it sounds like my kettle is boiling, so I'm going to make a cup of tea. Now I know I said I wasn't going to give you an update in the greenhouse, but I was too excited, so here's one anyway. So you can always turn off. So these are all the plug plants that I had from Thompson & Morgan, so the begonias, petunias, lobelia, and all these ones, marigolds. So they're all coming along nicely. I haven't killed them, so that's always a plus. I'm really excited about these. Just the other week there was nothing. Now we've got 2 Jackby little pumpkins. A friend on the allotment also gave me these Chinese cabbages called Wong Bok. So they've started to come up. I planted those the other day. Catnip's still not coming up, but maybe it just takes a bit longer. There's not much else really going on. The Brussels sprouts that I did have, I potted those on now, and we've got quite a few that don't seem to be dying, so that's good. They're Dad's trailing petunias, which I've done for him. And I've also got a cucumber. I'm too excited about those pumpkins. So there it is. It looks like it's yellow and gonna drop off, but whatever. I've also fed those because they're in pots. They are gonna go in the ground in here when I get everything out, but that's not happened yet. So this is the callaloo. One of those is gonna go in here, the rest are gonna go outside. There's some marigolds I planted from seed. I think I'm gonna have to get a bigger pot for that mulberry. But the dahlia that I got from Cardiff is doing great. This one is doing great. That one, I don't know if I overwatered it or what, but it seemed to be rotting and it smelled a bit. So I've taken it out and just put it out, see if I can dry it out. If it comes back, we shall see. And some of my Brussels sprouts are alive, so I should have plenty. The kaleets there need to go in their own pot. Grapevine coming along lovely. These tomatoes really need to get outside in the ground, but seeing as we're supposed to be having this big storm, I really don't want to put anything out at the moment. And I've got some yellow carnations there, which were in a little pot, and I've put them in bigger pots. There's old Dad's trailing petunias. They all started to come along when I moved those larger ones, so they're doing nicely. The chili plant that someone gave me is flowering. The dahlia that I got from Wilco's, that one looks pretty. No, I didn't get that one from Wilco's, I bought that one separately. So that one's doing okay. The black Russian tomato, doing alright. Don't know what I planted next to them. I don't think I planted anything. So those must be weeds. That's the grafted Shirley tomato. There's been some bees in here, so hopefully those flowers are going to turn into some tomatoes. That courgette really needs to go outside. And I've got some melons and some crimson crushed tomatoes in there. I planted those ones later, so we'll see how they go. And we've got another dahlia. There's 3 cactus dahlias. So purple, white and white. And then I've got 2 more. So the last one is the red one there called Arabian Night. So that cucumber looks to be struggling a little bit, but that one at the back there seems to be doing really well. And there's 2 sweet peppers on the end there. Got another cucumber there, which is going to go in the polytunnel when I've cleared the other side. I've got a melon and 2 watermelons. Let me take that off there. There. Be free. The Cape gooseberries. More tomatoes. I repotted some of the basil yesterday into those little pots. There's the grasses I'm growing for the cats. Some onions, lobelia, and some hot peppers. Then these really want to go out as well. But I'm going to wait until this storm has passed. So they're the French beans. These are the runner beans that we saved from seed. I put 2 in each pot because they were so small. I didn't think they would come because we saved them ourselves. I wasn't sure they would do alright, but every single one has germinated and they've done better than the ones we bought because the germination wasn't as good on those. So then I've got some Nicotiana, and these are Webb's Wonderful lettuce that were in the polytunnel, but I've moved them in here because they were getting a bit eaten, so I wanted them to get a bit bigger. And I found these in one of the pots as well, 2 butternut squashes. And I've planted a couple of seeds in there just in case anything happens to these. I've replanted my okra, so I planted a few in each one. I've got my purple basil there, which I've planted, some Welsh onions, some gherkins in here because I really like those, and I've done really well with them before, but one I think came up and then rotted off. Got some red cabbage because they were gorgeous last year, but I had to leave them on the plot so I didn't get to eat one. Some little gems. I've tried another market more cucumber to go outside. Planted some thyme, some tarragon, spring onions, rocket, and Webb's Wonderful lettuce, so that we can have a succession. But that's all that's really going on in the greenhouse. Everything really wants to go out now. I've got the week off this week, so it's Sunday. Oh look at these. I haven't got many because look, before I put the shading up in the greenhouse, they didn't like it. It was a bit hot, but hopefully those will come now, and I'll show you the polytunnel as well. Just turn it off for a moment. Right, so here we have what's going on in the polytunnel. The tomatoes, these are Rosella there. Let me just check. No, they're not. Cherryola. These are the F1, so there's that one. Rubbish in there. I'm just going to throw that out. Another Cherryola F1 and another one. Then I've got a black cherry and I just got to walk over everything because this is a mess as well. That's another black cherry. This is another black cherry. And then we go on to the Tigerella. I've got 2 there. And the aubergines, which are being eaten a little bit. So I tried to put some slug pellets down and drop some, but hopefully that should keep the slugs off my aubergines. Hopefully. So this is the watermelon, which is looking a bit meh. Oh, looks like that leaf is broken off. It's not looking happy in there. So I don't know what's wrong with it. It's not happy watermelon, but these lettuces are very happy. And this one's had one of its leaves eaten, and the two I planted up there are completely gone, so the slugs really like them apparently. Hope they enjoyed that. I'm not sure. I planted some delphiniums last year, and I'm not sure if that's them, this leaf, or not. So we'll see. I really need to get these peas out once this storm has passed and this chard. I don't know what these are in here or what they're supposed to be, but they've rooted well, whatever they are. Probably delphiniums or geraniums, which I planted. I don't know. We shall see. These are the leeks. They need to go out. Such a mess by there, really needs to get sorted. And whoever had the plot before me must have had potatoes where I've got my polytunnel, because that's definitely a potato. And this is all the stuff that I planted really early on in the year, because I was worried that they'd need a longer germination. So I've got hot peppers, jalapenos, sweet peppers, and some onions there. And if you remember, I tried to grow melons on this side, and they just didn't come. So then I tried them in the paper towel method, and they germinated, but then they all fell over and died, and I must have missed one seed, because look, I can't remember what sort of melon they were. I think they were like a gala melon or something. Don't even like melons, but my mum likes them, so she can have those. I prefer the watermelons myself. Oh my god, I've just seen a peach on my peach tree. So look. There we go. Oh, see if I can get it. There it is. Look at that. So far I've got one. I don't know whether it was because of the weather this year and how cold it got in this polytunnel. I think it was -10 at one point. And when it came into flower, there wasn't very many flowers. So I don't know what I've done wrong, but it's got lots of new leaves, and it seems to be getting a much bigger plant, so we'll see how it goes. But I don't think this year is going to be a good year for peaches, unfortunately. But we'll see. It might come. Might get a couple. But as long as it's still alive, it looks happy enough. Nice and green. Lots of new leaves. I did give it a top dressing of manure and what looks like rubber bands. They're not meant to be in there. But yeah, hopefully it'll be okay. And just spied another potato. So fingers crossed on the peaches. But that's the polytunnel. Oh, there's some more stuff to go out on the new plot. The rain seems to have stopped for now. But these are what I think is my thornless blackberries. So they flowered. Hopefully we'll get some blackberries out of those. And these are my blue potatoes. So they need earthing up within the next couple of days. I'm not going to do it today because we're due the storm that everyone else has had or is having. And I'm trying to figure out if this is alive or dead. And this looks like something. So the others are well ahead of this one, but I'm thinking maybe putting it in a pot, this elderflower. Didn't like it, so we'll see. Let's have a look at the temperature outside. So it is still quite warm. The water butts are filling up nicely now. So here is the thornless blackberry. No thorns. The other one I've got down on the other plot, which I showed you, is thorny. But these will be good for my nieces to pick because they won't get hurt. Because they are still quite young. Here's my fig. Seems quite happy in that pot. I haven't seen any more asparagus. Look! Look at that slug! How dare you! I want to touch it. Don't like touching them. Oh! Look at that! Cheeky. Come on, out of there. Out. Naughty slugs. And I've got my second spear. Look at my poor asparagus. My second spear. Can't see any more. Is that one? Could it be one of my new asparagus sending up some shoots? Or is it a weed? We'll soon see. They're so new, they're going to be skinny shoots. I don't know. See if there's any more coming up around this side. Oh, I hope I didn't stand on that slug then. Oh, I think we have liftoff. And I can't see any others yet, but that's 2 of the crowns. Can't remember how many I planted this side. It was either 2 or 3. I don't know. I'll have to wait and see. For I did plant one of the older ones this side. I can't see anything yet, but these should be the larger shoots this side. Shout if you see something. Apart from a weed. Don't look at the weeds. Look at the size of those slugs. And a snail. Christ, how many do they need? There's the honeysuckle just behind this. I hope it's the currant bush. Yellow flowers. Strange. Don't know. If anyone knows what they are, let me know. Because if it's something I can't eat, I'm not going to grow it. So it'll be gone. Let's see how this water butt's doing. And this side's not as full as the other one. Don't know why. Maybe the shed tilts more the other way. Don't know. But hopefully it'll fill up. It's the comfrey bin. Compost potato plant. Nothing. I still haven't planted my carrots or my parsnips. I wanted to plant some in here. I just haven't had the time. So hopefully these water butts will fill up. Let's have a look. Not a lot in that one. Should be coming down here. Ah, rain in my eye. I'm really happy with the asparagus and the celery. I mean, when I put this in, it didn't like being split up from its friends, but they seem to be romping away now. I planted them in the heat, but this is the wettest part of the allotment. Ooh, is that thunder I can hear? I think the storm is coming. I do like a storm. So, this is the wettest part of the allotment. Look at that slug! Another one. They're all out today. And I dug it just so the rain will come in this way. So it's slightly lower than the rest of the plot. And I keep watering it, especially in the dry weather. I'd have a whole watering can on these. Had to. They're a bog plant. It's got to be done. We do save water. We try to all save water on water butts. I've got 4. I haven't got any down the new plot, but I haven't got any buildings to run it off. So I'm trying to save as much as I can on this one. And then we have these type water tanks all over, and those fill up with the rainwater, and we use those communally with our watering cans. It is really hard work, but rainwater is much better for the plants, so we try and do that. Well, I think I'd better lock up here because I don't really want to be sat here in a storm. I did pick out one of my garlics earlier. I think they've got rust. I think. Not terrible, but I think they have got it. Now these ones seem okay. They're just dying back a bit. But, oh, it's like a, I don't know, arch of garlic leaves. But this side does seem to have a bit of rust, look. Not a lot, but I don't know whether to leave them in. I mean, with all this rain we're going to have now, I don't know if it's going to spread everywhere. Right, I've got to go. Oh my god! Run! I think the storm has hit. Let's see. I think I better go home. Bye. Well, everything's locked up now, and I'm in the communal shed debating when to have a cup of tea and watch this storm, or watch it from home. Seeing as I have one wet boot, well, one wet foot, because my one boot must have a hole in it, I think I'm going to go home. I did hear thunder earlier. We only had that one and it was ages ago. So, sky looks rainy. Can I see down the mountain? No. Can I see up the mountain? Just. So I'm going to leave you now, and hope you enjoy the storm wherever you are. Bye for now.